Hi, I'm Chase Carrington, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm doing a book review. I've actually been planning to do a book review for quite some time, and I've been recently reading this really interesting book that I really want to share with you. Today's book is a non-fiction book about the Bible and the Holy Land. It's called The Bible and the Land: Ancient Context, Ancient Faith by Gary M. Berg. The title says a lot. This book connects the Bible with the land of the Bible by illuminating various aspects of the ancient culture and features of the Holy Land, showing the readers the meaning behind many frequently used biblical symbols, like shepherding, water, bread, the wilderness, so many aspects of the Holy Land that are often used as illustrations in the Bible. I believe this book is incredibly important for today's Christian. We often lose sight of the context of the original land of our faith and Bible. We often impose many Western cultural ideas and context to what is at its core a Hebraic religion and text. And one good example of this is recently I saw a picture illustration of a Bible story, and it was of Paul getting shipwrecked. I realized the ship did not look anything like a Roman ship would look like. It looked like a 17th century European ship. It was large, it had sails, and it kind of got me thinking. It, our view of the Bible has been skewed to look at things a little bit differently because we often forget that the Bible has its place and origin in a land far away from us at a time so different from us and a culture that could not be more different. And the insights in this book in particular never cease to amaze. Every few pages, I'd find amazing tidbits that illuminated a biblical event or truth I wanted to share just with the world. That's why I'm doing this book review right now. As a book, it is well written, and it also has a lot of really good pictures of the Holy Land and many different topics. Like it shows the bread that they ate at the Last Supper, giving you a picture of what it really looked like instead of what you think of like a loaf of bread or a tiny French roll. It was actually a flatbread. The author writes with experience both in the Holy Land, actually visiting it and going there and studying it, but also from his own life. And it really brings the topics of this book to life, further illustrating the intriguing lessons of this book. If it's not clear already, I highly recommend this book. Real quick, before I finish up this review with a few takeaway thoughts, I just want to give a few facts I learned from the book so you can get a good idea of what I learned and also gain some facts from this video. The first one is living water in the Jewish religious ceremonies was water straight from the hand of God. And now, what does that mean? I mean, did God give them a bottle of water and pour it on them? Well, sort of. It means water from natural sources like rain, rivers, streams, springs, instead of a cistern or a wine skin or a bottle of water that has been collected by a human and bottled and moved around or stored. The living water was seen as incredibly pure because it came from the hand of God. God had given them rain or given them the streams, and it was seen as straight from God. Another thing that's interesting is manna is derived from the Hebrew phrase meaning, what is it? Which I think I might have known that before, but it's just a fun fact that basically they're calling what they're eating, what is it? So it is a big mystery. While we know manna was something that was obviously edible and I think bread-like, sweet, I think is the description. But at the same time, there's a bit of mystery about this bread from heaven that is sustaining the Israelites in the wilderness. It's interesting. It is certainly interesting. Another thing is shepherds were need to have a lot of skill to navigate and survive the wilderness, since they often ventured out into the wilderness to tend to feed their animals. They needed to know so many things about the terrain. They needed to keep track of their sheep, and they also had weapons of sorts, slingshots, sticks, to keep the predators. This book shows me that the Bible, while sufficient, can be enriched by studying the culture and the region of its origin. This book really opened my eyes to the significance of the Holy Land and how it shaped the Bible. So my suggestion is, the next time you study a passage, consider researching the background, the context. What did this mean to the people at the time? What cultural ideas are being portrayed here that may be only implied in the text, but would be very obvious to any person listening at that time? And you will gain context, and you will learn and understand the meaning of the Bible in an even deeper manner. So I really suggest you check out this book. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description because I just really want you to read it. Be sure to definitely read it. If you've read it, please let me know in the comments below. If you have not read it, what do you know about the Holy Land and the history of the ancient Holy Land, and how has that helped you better understand the Bible? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to share the video and also leave a like. Be sure to subscribe and chase the sun with me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This video was a little bit different. I was trying out a different format. I made this visualizer in one of my video production programs, and I'm experimenting with different formats, and you can tell me in the comments what you think. Do you like having almost like a podcast with a visualizer and maybe a few pictures like this episode? Do you prefer the video essay style, just stock photos strung together with a little bit of text? Or do you just want a simple talking head face cam video? I'm experimenting, trying to figure out what works for me and works with my workflow the best. I'm experimenting with this because I really do love podcasting, and I really like the idea of using just a visualizer and adding a few visuals like photos and pictures and some text. But tell me what you think. I love to hear. Thank you for watching this video. It was a lot of fun to make, and I hope I see you again on the next video.